Long time see, no long time no see. Givenchy, Alexander McQueen. Welcome to the Thanos world. Today we are talking about Top's rise back for Squid Games.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of Clear Hair. I'm so excited to be dressed like Top today. This is an Alexander McQueen like his. This is Ross. This is Ross. This top is $7. All right, at your local Ross. But we're going to be talking today about idolatry, ethics, and then the comeback of Top. I'll give you guys a little bit of background about me. I've been listening to K-pop since 2009. Ooh, 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 ooh. I did it first. So we're going to talk about adultery first. So adultery is basically the love and dedication to a God that is not a monolith. So basically, most of the time when people have idolatry, most of the time is to multiple different people. So actually, idolatry is, I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong. That's actually celebrated in Korea. Like one of the biggest things that South Korea on Haseyo, is known for is their music. Like a lot of people think South Korea, they automatically think music. They automatically think a K-pop idol. Like that's pretty much their job. So with this, they can go into training for years, sometimes decades. I want to say Top was in training for about 4 to 6 years. And then they had him lose weight because like I said, with you being an idol, you had to be perfect. I feel like there's also a pedalization there as well. I feel like you can't have an off day. You can't have an attitude. Your makeup has to be perfect. You have to have the perfect body. Like you pretty much have to be a robot, essentially. You pretty much have to be a robot. As well as the fact that but what comes with it is that a lot of people, like they call it the netizens. I feel like I'm saying it wrong, or saying fans. Basically, these are extreme version of fans. Like, you know how BTS has Army, Rihanna has Navy, and then Beyonce has the Beehive. In this same case, like these are pretty much the most extreme version of it, and unfortunately, they're the ones who are paying the bills. Okay, the netizens are the ones who are paying the bills or having people boycott or support them. But Top, I feel like with him being part of a former boy band, he does not want to be associated, so I'm not going to mention it. But with Top being part of a boy band, he's pretty much been making music for. I've been listening to him since 2009, but he's probably been making music since 2005. Okay, so he's probably been making music for more than 2 decades now. So that leads to a lot of just pedalization. Like they do feel like you are supposed to be perfect. You aren't supposed to have a girlfriend. That's another thing too. Like I've seen a lot of idols as well have it where they've lost fans because they got a girlfriend, or they've lost fans because they don't do enough fan service. With this pedalization, I feel like I'm not saying it right. But with this pedalization as well, what comes with it too is the psychological aspect is the fact that it's one thing for you to have like this, everybody is their own worst critic. Like me, I'm just like, oh my God, my eyelashes aren't lining up, my eyebrows aren't blah, blah, blah. But imagine you think that, but then you have 100 other people who see that and do that onto you. Like I definitely feel like the psychological aspect of the pedalization is the fact that the person who's doing it feels like it's harmful to both bodies. It's harmful to both parties. So basically the person who's doing it, like putting them on a pedestal, it's harmful to their self-esteem. They're just like, this person is better than me. This person knows how to do it. This person has more value than me. Like that hurts their self-esteem, vice versa. The person that you have on that pedestal, the person who's standing up there, it's like you're pretty much up here. You didn't ask to be up here. And then, like I said, like with humans, like humans are flawed. Okay, we know that. Okay, we know that. You want to see a human in their rawest form, see a child. We are naturally selfish, loud, inconsiderate. So imagine having to throw all of that away and be a perfectionist. And also, like it's also money. A lot of money is involved. It's not it's not uncommon for a group to get to the $1 million net worth within 2 or 3 years because of the music. So we're going to talk about ethics. So what is appropriate? So we're not going to bring up old stuff, but with Top, allegedly, we're going to say allegedly, the main issue on why the netizens basically they're being mean to him, the main reason is the fact of the matter that they haters. Let me stop. But it's the fact that he did something allegedly that wasn't of an idol, so they pretty much like, this is what I consider a career ender. I've been watching I've been listening to K-pop for 15 years now, and I can tell, a decade and a half of a decade, almost 2 decades, right? And I can tell you it's a career ender. It's a career ender. Anything that, in America, I didn't realize how laid back America was until I saw the stipulations of what is considered a no-no in South Korea. Like we have even like some of the shows where you can't even show your tattoos. So, it has to be in the t-shirt area, or they put you like a burn, they put like a burn bandage on you. So they won't see it. Definitely cursing. You can't say anything, like with GD Gwanjiang. Basically he had a song called Double X, basically that beep, and that like almost got him fined back to back, for every show, they had to play the song when he performs it. But that one's got him fined by saying just that beat, like basically bastard. And I'm just like, that's it. I've heard third graders say worse over here in America, but it's America. But definitely for sure, what is considered appropriate, like for example, how you behave yourself, who you choose as a partner as well. Like, did you know that even like going down to like who do you choose to be in a relationship with, or who you associate with, which like I said, birds of a feather fly together. Sometimes they're flying to hell. But I feel like what is considered appropriate. Like I remember, I think I talked about this in the last video, but like when it comes to ethics and what's appropriate, I remember when Meghan Markle first came out. And like they said, oh, before you be a princess, guess what you have to do? Like they lost me at, you can't change your nails. I was like, all right, all right, you can't change your nails, and then you can't have. They didn't say you couldn't have curly hair, but they didn't say they wanted curly hair either. And that's already a red flag. You can only wear pastels. I was like, all right. All right. Basically no neons, nothing. Like basically you're dressed like an interview all day. Like that's already a red flag for me. I like to switch it up. Like y'all see me, I'm not going to be blonde for too much longer. I like to switch things up. And so, I feel like just in regard to all of that, like I do feel like, everybody wants to be an idol until it's time to be an idol, because like you have to be perfect. You can't do anything. Like just even if they assume that you're at a party that's not a good party, you can get in trouble for that. Like the list of stuff, like I would have to sit there and research, and it would be an hour-long video if you guys want to watch that, of no-nos for idols. We can be here all day. Like you can't even say curse words. You can't even do like I remember, as you can see, I love me some YG people. With Mino from Winter, he said in a diss battle, he was very disrespectful in this battle, as you should be, and that pretty much almost got him kicked out of Winter. I was like, it's a diss battle. You're supposed to be dissing. You're supposed to be dissing. What are you talking about? You're supposed to be dissing in a diss battle. But anyways, yeah, let's go back to ethics. Just real quick before we go into Top's comeback. I just feel like when it comes to ethics, like we have to really know the difference between testing someone's ethos and testing somebody's humanity. Like what you seem as ethical is what I like another person to seem ethical. For example, I remember when I said it, and y'all drag me, I can drag me again. I feel like if you are not financially stable, it's unethical for you to have a child. I want to leave that pause so you guys come fight me in the comments. I feel like it's unethical. Because when you have a child, you want to have it where the child is the only problem you have. You don't want anything else. You don't want anything else after that, and that's my ethics. Some people are like, oh, the love will figure it out. That's unethical to me. But like I said, I don't judge them. But with y'all ethics about what is considered the what do y'all consider is good for an idol to do? That is definitely, I feel like they have their favorites. So we're gonna talk about the comeback the rest of the half. So let's talk about the comeback. First things first, Squid Games, you think you slick. You think you slick. So I want to say it was last week. I wanted to see if they're going to put any more videos out, but last week it just showed like a video of Top saying 안녕하세요, hi Netflix, basically, and he's saying, welcome to the Thanos world. Thank you guys so much for supporting my character. Basically, he's having his own promotion by himself after the cast have been promoting back to back before. Lee Jung-jae, 안녕하세요, Lee Jung-jae. Yeah, Lee Jung-jae, the main character. So basically, they've already did that, and like he's having his own separate promo. I think that's slick. So basically what happened was they saw how much us international fans, which, we've always loved Top for a very long time now. They saw how much his international fans were supporting him. They're like, okay, enough. We'll give you him. Because just from looking at the promotion, like it really looks like it was thrown together last minute. Like I feel like they're like, okay, remember how we said we were going to have you promote with us because you have a lot of controversy with the netizens? Yeah, we take that back. We're coming to your house. Let's film, So basically, during the promotions that he said, hey, watch season 3. And he was basically talking about like the behind the scenes of the character, which like with him purposely speaking English like that sent me over the edge, because I know his English is not perfect, but the way he said, no problem, my boy, like he was eating it up. And he said how he wanted to purposely like have that character. Him and the director the director had his hands in it, but there was a lot of improvisation, because even Top was like, I did my best to not laugh during this scene because it was so funny. I did my best to not laugh during this scene because it was so funny. And then to promote it. But yeah, they're showing how like his video of them doing like, they did like a song, they did like the edits on the videos like have like millions and millions of views, learn Kringrish with Top, and that's like at 2.5 million views if not. This promotional video that they have where he's wearing the Alexander McQueen 2-piece outfit, where he's wearing it, it's already at 2.5 million, which tells me that us international fans, we want more. I do feel like it was vindication, like watching the promotional, like him doing this, like it was like the teenager in me. Like I said, I started watching in 2009. I've been obsessed with Top and the group he was attached to before since 2009, and to watch him get vindication, like it made me want to make more content, because like when you get overlooked and then when you see other people are allowed to break the rules, allegedly, when you see other people are allowed to break the rules and you get punished and they don't, like it's kind of like you kind of lose your hope in the world a little bit. So I feel like he's sitting ritually, by the way. I didn't know he could do that, but he's sitting ritually in the interview. But it was vindicating. It was definitely vindicating for me to see him be able to get this accolades. Like so many people in the comments are like, my Shayla. So many people are supporting him in the comments. Like it's so heart-wrenching to know that every morning, he said, there was at one point when all the controversies were going about the alleged allegations, basically at one point, like every time he would open up his phone, it would be another hate, like, or someone saying nothing negative. Now whenever he wakes up, it's always a positive meme talking about, welcome to the Thanos world, long time see, long time no see. That's from Doom Da Da Divida. Yeah, I need to listen to that song. But it was really nice to see. It was really nice to see that vindication, because I can just tell that like he's just tired. Like he's been doing this for 2 decades, and I thought it was pretty dope that when he was like when he was singing to the girl, he was just like, hey señorita, your beauty flower. He was saying how like he said, this is the most swaggy thing he ever said. He said, in my 20 years of rapping, I've never had to rap to get a girl's attention. I was like, you don't. You don't. So we're going to go on to basically the solution, the conclusion. I really want there to be, not me, okay, because I don't have the time, but I really want there to be just like a behind the scenes on like the K-pop music from about 2008 to about 2014. That to me, that class of K-pop K artists was top tier. I'm sorry. I got you under my skin. Like eight down. Fantastic baby. I am the BEST. Nigga J Jalaga. Like baby. Like that time frame. Excuse me. That time frame was lit. When BTS was hip hop, No More Dreams, like that to me was like a peak. That was peak culture. Excuse me, I have to drink some water. During that time frame, that was like peak. That was, to me, that was peak K-pop. I really want Top to definitely be at the top of that, because like how people have their rap lines with Top and Gwanjiyoung, like how they have their rap lines is based off of Top and GDX. A lot of these rap lines are based off of them. Basically, rap line is like the two rappers in a K-pop group who predominantly take over the rapping and do a lot of the writing and a lot of the excuse me, a lot of the writing and a lot of the composing of the song. So it's really dope to know that they did that. So I definitely want to see it behind the music on that. The Squid Game effect, I think the fact of the matter is just that the reason why when the Squid Game first came out, they weren't including Top. They forgot that international fans are paying the bills. Sorry. I didn't mean to be mean, but we're paying the bills. Like, no offense, but South Korea is one country. And I feel like everybody else outside of them like them. So it's just kind of like, it's kind of like leaving your hometown. Like your hometown, no one thinks you're attractive. And then when you go outside of that, then people start finding you attractive. Like, I think it's the same thing. Like, I feel like they didn't expect that. Like, I think there's also, I have on here too, I think there's also like a regret almost that they didn't have, I think there's also a regret as well that they didn't have Top's character Thanos last longer, because now a lot of people are just like, bring him back. I was like, I mean, spoiler alert, but you know, that fork did its thing. You know, I don't think we can bring him back, but I really, to me, like, I think that it was a perfect example of F around and find out, because now, like, because he's so beloved, like, a lot of people are going to be watching it because just to see if they're going to do any reference or any flashbacks to Thanos. So I feel like it was definitely one of those, like, the director was right, because the director said that he took a chance with having him on there. Speaking of Top, I feel like this is just gonna just double his money. He's already has a net worth. I want to say net worth of 30 mil. I'll have to research it again, but his net worth's already up there. So I feel like this is just gonna double his net worth, because I feel like people are gonna go back and be like, oh, okay, what type of songs does he do? And then like they're gonna get, you know, sucked in as they should into K-pop, and they're like, oh my god, this guy's amazing, blah blah. I feel like the K-pop appeal. If y'all really want to watch another good movie by Top, he did his own stunts, by the way. That's pretty dope. Another one you guys need to watch is definitely watch Commitment. Commitment is that is, to me, to this day, I feel like it deserved every award out there. Like, there was just such, you can tell Top prepared for this role. Like, he was in his bag, as per usual. But I really like that one. But definitely future projects, I want to see him almost take the Rain route. Rain is another singer / rapper out of South Korea, and he did Ninja Assassin. So watch that movie too. But I really want Top to be international, like more international than he already is. Like, I really want him to do like more projects. I feel like he's in his prime. Yes, he's 37. I want to say he's 37 American, 38 Korean. Right now, I think he's supposed to be turning 39 or something. Either way, he's in late 30s. I want to see him in future projects. I want to see him have some more lines. His English is actually very, very good for someone who wasn't formally taught, because I can tell you right now, like, that's all I got for you. Oh, yeah, there. That means, yeah, like that's all I got. And this dude can speak English. Like I always have respect for people who can speak multiple languages because English is very hard to learn. But don't forget to subscribe, share. Annyeong, annyeong.